to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So today is going to be my August empties, and fun fact, this was one of the first videos I filmed when I started my channel, which was September last year. So I can't believe it's already been a year of me filming. I love it. I love doing YouTube and doing projects and unboxings, which I know, like I said, I'm not doing those at the moment, but I can see myself doing them again in the future. But I just love it. I love doing it, and yeah, I can't believe it's been a year. Crazy. If you don't know what an empties video is, this is where people save up their empty rubbish, empty products to talk about because they've completely finished it and they know what they really think to the product. And I love watching these because I love to see people's opinions on it. I've actually bought products from people's opinions in empties videos. Prime example of that is Emma Rumble. I bought the Ultra Sun SPF based on her empties videos, and I love that. We've got quite a few products to talk through this month. I feel like I've kind of gotten back more into a routine of what I haven't been in the past few months. I have finished work today, so I'm sorry if I feel like I've got foundation like missing from my nose. It's because I've been wearing my glasses. I did try to blend it, but real life. So I'm going to start off with the stuff that is in my projects. So that is my Beauty A to Z, my project pan. I have my, I think they're the ones that has only got products in here. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong when I get to it, but we're going to start with those because I know some people don't like to see spoilers, and there is some spoilers in here. So if you don't like to see that, skip ahead now to the point where I'm going to be just talking about everything else. But let's start with the products that were in my project. Okay, so starting off, this was in my Beauty A to Z, and this is the Rich and Famous body wash. This is something I've already spoken about in that update. This is my last update. Love this product. This is one of my favourite scents from Soap & Glory. I'm having a bit of a break from Soap & Glory at the moment just because I'm getting a little bit bored of their scents because I've had so many of them. I will be repurchasing this in the future because Boots do such a good offer with these 3 for 2, and I don't think these are expensive anyway. I'm going to put the price on the screen here of everything because at the end we will tally it all up, and then at the end of the year we will just have a full year of empties value. Does that make sense? So everything over the year. So yeah, I will be repurchasing this in the future, just not at the moment. The other thing in my Beauty A to Z that I finished was this from Tarte, and this is the Drink of H2O moisturiser. This took me quite a few months to go through. It is a big tub. It is 50 ml, so I did completely like scrape out. I love gel moisturisers. They're one of my favourites. I just feel like it's like putting water on my face, and this worked well when I was putting my makeup on, because sometimes I find if you're using some skincare products it doesn't work well with makeup. I found one recently that I just was not a fan of, so I've actually put it in my box to give away. It was an eye cream. I liked this product. The thing I didn't like about it was the smell. It smells like aloe vera for me, and I'm not a massive fan of that smell. I said in my video for my Beauty A said that this was £20. It's actually like £30+ for this, which is crazy considering I like one from Kiko, which is also a gel moisturiser. It doesn't have that scent, and that is less than £15. So if you are on the lookout for a gel moisturiser but you're like me and don't like the smell of aloe vera, that's what I think it smells like anyway. I'd maybe recommend trying the Kiko one because I did like that one. I've tried that one and I would definitely repurchase that one over this. But it's nice to try Tarte. That's the first product I've tried from Tarte. Okay, so I think that was all that was in my Beauty A to Z. There's a couple of products I want to talk about from my project pan, and I believe one of them is a spoiler, so I will start with that one. And it is my primer. I have finished the Rimmel Lasting Finish primer. If I got this again, I would use it because it wasn't awful. It did have like a blue tinge when I put it on my face. If you put too much of this on, your face will look blue. I don't know why. I don't know. So it's meant to even skin tone. I don't know if maybe that's why, but yeah, if you put too much on, it will make your face look blue. I didn't hate this. I think my makeup looked nice when I used this, but I won't go out and purchase it because I definitely have more favourite. I definitely have more favourite primers in my collection than this one, but if I were to get it again I would use it. I just don't understand why it's got that blue tinge. It's meant to be day proof, pore minimising. I'm not sure whether it's pore minimising in my opinion. Skin perfecting, again, I'm not really sure on that. And whether it even skin tone, well, it did even my skin tone because it kind of turned it blue, but yeah, I didn't hate it. I also just didn't love it either. It's in the middle. And the one thing I did mention in my update for July is the foundation that I finished. So this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. I have had such a love-hate relationship with this. Sometimes I feel like it looks amazing on my skin, and then other times I'm just thinking, oh, this looks cakey. I love a glowy base. It's just what works for my skin because I do have dry skin. I just find that having that extra luminosity just really helps my face to look healthy and not dry. And I do think that this did add that. And I mean, I couldn't get this anyway if I wanted to because Bourjois don't sell anymore in the UK. They used to sell this in Boots. I don't know why. Let me know below if you know why they stopped selling Bourjois in the UK. But I don't want to buy makeup products from Amazon because I've seen a lot of things flying around about that. If I were to get that again, which I most probably won't, but if I was, I would use it. Buy it a few months ago, or maybe at the beginning of the year, I would have said that this would have been in my top 3. But since I've like used it every day pretty much in the project pan, I've decided I don't love it as much as I thought I did. And I think it might just be as well the primer that you use with it. So I was using it in conjunction with this and I didn't hate it. I just don't think it was that great compared to like other ones I've got. So yeah, I couldn't buy it anyway even if I wanted to, but I've used that up. But if Bourjois do sell it in your country and you want something that does add that little bit of a luminosity, I would maybe look at trying this because it did add that. It's just for me, I've got other ones that I think work better. One of my favourite foundations of all time is the Rimmel Lasting Radiance. It makes my skin look radiant and I just love that one. And that one is $6.99, or depending on where you go, you can get it on a site for $6.99 or you can go to like Superdrug and Boots and that's $9.99. So, but yeah, it's really not that expensive and I love that one. So I will always recommend that one more than I would that one. Okay, now I think everything else is just other products I've finished. And it's getting a little bit dark outside now because it is 7:15, so I need to hurry up because I'm just using natural lighting. I haven't even brought out my ring light since I've moved into this house. I might need to start doing it soon with it obviously becoming darker much earlier. I might have to start bringing it out soon, but I'm trying to utilise the light while I've got it. A product that I will buy over and over and over again and is one of my holy grails is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I love this. You can get the big versions of this in Home Bargains. I also saw it in Lidl as well and it's less than £4. I think in Home Bargains you get it for £4.99. I think in Lidl when I bought it last it was like £3 something. I will always buy this. I just feel like it takes off my makeup, it doesn't dry out my skin, and it's just super cheap. This was a 700 milliliter and you got 350 uses. This took me months to use up. So for that price, I will always rave about it and I will definitely be repurchasing that. Not at the moment because I have so many cleansers, like face cleansers that I need to go through. But I'll be definitely repurchasing that. Another product that I have ranted and raved about on here so much because I love it is the Body Shop Vitamin E Hydrating Toner. I love this. It doesn't dry out my skin. It's hydrating on my skin. And it's for all skin types as well, and this is £8.50, so it really isn't breaking the bank. I love the Pixie toner as well, but that one's £18 and I can get 2 of these for that price. So yes, I just feel like it hydrates my skin, it does what it needs to do, and yeah, I just really like it and I will definitely be repurchasing more of those. Okay, next we have a brush. And this is a brush from Wilko's and this was the like big powder brush. If I'm honest, I wasn't a massive fan of this. I think it's too firm for me and also it's just a bit too big. Like I like to use my powder brush to also blend out all of my like bronzers, blush, etc. And this just wasn't, I feel like, blending very well, and I don't know if it's just because it was a bit too firm, I'm not sure. The handle, you're meant to hold it like that, but I just found that, I don't know if you can see, but when I'm like blending it, it's just like moving all over the place. It is soft though, I will give them that, but I've had it for a while, I've used it, and I've used it recently and I'm just like, I'm not a massive fan. I think it's time to go. Anyway, I have over this year actually in my empties started to like empty out my brush collection, because I get quite a few brushes in, and like for example like this one I've had for such a long time that if I don't find it useful anymore, I'm just going to get rid of it. If you're in the market for some cheaper brushes, Wilko is good. I have got some other brushes from them and I do think they are good, but that one unfortunately just wasn't for me. Okay, next thing we have is the Soap and Glory Original Pink Body Spray. So I'm trying to work through my body sprays because I have so many. I have literally a drawer here full of just body sprays. So I'm trying to work through them, and this one, I didn't mind the scent of this one. Again, it's a very Soap and Glory scent. If you know what I mean by that, you know what I mean. This to me smells very similar to Clean On Me, if I remember rightly. I used it completely up and it was good for like topping up just to refresh, but I won't go out and buy this one again. I know there was another one that I did really like and I would repurchase, but that isn't one of them. The scent for me just smells too much like Clean On Me and that's not my favourite. Another Soap and Glory product. I'm trying to work through all my Soap and Glory products and I just feel like more and more and more keep appearing in my collection. There's nothing wrong with Soap and Glory, like I said, I just think I have had so many products from them over the years, whether it be through a gift or whether it be, you know, me just buying the products, that I just feel like I just need a little bit of a break. So I have this one. This is the Scrub of Your Life. This one's okay. The scent of it isn't bad actually. Consistency of it is quite grainy, not super grainy, but it is quite grainy, and I just feel a little bit like meh about this product. Like, I don't like it, I don't hate it, I just feel like this is just very in between. I felt like I needed to use a lot of this as well, because it says here on the back that you're meant to squeeze a handful out, but I felt like when I was doing that I maybe could only get the top bit of my body done, not the bottom bit, so I felt like I had to use more of this. I won't get this product again. I wouldn't. It, again, has the typical Soap and Glory scent. A product that I am so glad that I have finally finished. And I feel like every person I've seen that talks about this is literally the exact same as me when it comes to it. And it is this product from Avant. Now, I'm not going to go in my rant on Avant because I just don't like the brand. To be fair though, I have found one product that I don't hate. I know. I think that might be maybe next month's empties. But this product was one product that I was just like, this is just mediocre in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure this was like 60 something pound. No one ever in their right mind would pay £60 for a lip scrub. Not when you can go and get a lip scrub for like £4 from Barry M, or even like the Lush ones, they're lovely and they're not even 65 quid. This, now with lip scrubs, I always get them in my mouth and I think everyone else does as well. This just tasted chemical, like it literally just tasted like it shouldn't be going in my mouth, and I found that it wasn't really scrubby for my lips either. I did use it in the shower and it just, there wasn't enough, not beads, but there just wasn't enough scrub in it for me. And like I said, 60 something pound for this, like, no. And I used it all up, I was like adamant, I'm like, I'm gonna use it up. But I won't get this again, and I don't think anyone would buy that again unless it was on a very, very high discount. It'd have to be like 95% off. But even then I wouldn't buy it. I'm just not a massive fan of Avant. I think they inflate their prices for their products and I just don't think their products are that great. But anyway, moving on from that. The next thing we have is the Human in Kind Moisturising Hand Scrub. Now, this, for a long time, I was actually just using this as a hand scrub and putting them on my elbows, because I find that my hands and my elbows are the driest bits on my body. And I did use it for that, and then in the end, once I'd finished this, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use it all over my body, and I really liked this. Now, I did think it was a little bit like gimmicky about the fact I just was using it on my hands and my elbows. I was like, I wouldn't get it again for that purpose. But the smell of this was so nice, and it actually had seeds coming out because it is elderflower and raspberry. It actually had the seeds coming out, and the consistency again wasn't a scrubby scrub because it's meant to be a moisturising hand. It's not actually meant to be for all over your body, but I used it that way. I really did like this. I thought it smelled nice. It was, like I said, moisturising, even though to be fair, I do use moisturiser when I get out the shower. I liked it. I wouldn't repurchase it, but if I was to get it in a box, I would definitely use it. I got this in my FabFitFun, so I don't even know whether you can even get it here in the UK. I think it's a bit of a waste if you're just using it on your hands and your elbows, which is actually its intended purpose. It will take you forever to use it if you use it that way. I used it on my body, and like I said, I like the smell of it. I like the consistency, but I do like a good scrubby scrub on my body. Next thing we have is a hand cream from Bubble Tea, and this is the Peach Bellini one. I have completely finished this. Now, I know Ruby's Beauty Desk, when she did her empties, I think it was a few months ago now, she only used half of this because she said halfway through it started to smell like sick to her. And with this, I found some days when I used it, it smelled like that, and then other days when I used it, it didn't. It smelled like peach. So I was like just persisting with it, and it's nice. I like the smell of it. It's very sweet though, and does smell very strong, very, very strong of peach. So if you don't like peach or anything that's really heavily fragrance going on your hands, I wouldn't recommend this. Now, I don't know if my hands, because I do get eczema on my hands, I don't know whether if I'd have had a really bad case of flare-up of eczema, whether this would have irritated it. I don't know, because touch wood, I haven't had my usual flare-up with eczema since lockdown actually. So yeah, but I did really enjoy using this. I want to try some more stuff from Bubble Tea. I haven't tried a huge amount, just stuff I've got in subscription boxes. I think we got this one in a glossy box, and I personally like the smell of it. I love the smell of peach. So yes, I would. If I were to go on there and I saw this for a good price, I would definitely pick it up. But like I said, just bear in mind is sometimes it does smell a little bit like sick. I can't describe why it does, it just does. Because I've only finished one mask. I really need to get better at masking. I used to be really religious about using it each week, whereas I've kind of fallen off the wagon with that a little bit recently. So, but I did use one mask, and this was the Beauty Pro Rejuvenating Sheet Mask. So this is what it looks like. I didn't think that my skin was going to like this, because this one is, it says rebalances oily T-zones and hydrates dry areas, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know whether my skin is going to like this, but it did. It was actually really moisturising. I've tried some Beauty Pro masks before, and I haven't been overly wowed. I just thought that they were okay. But this one I actually thought was alright, and I was, like I said, I was a bit nervous because I am so far from oily. Like, I'm not oily at all, but I felt like this didn't irritate my skin, it didn't dry out my skin. I definitely want to look at more Beauty Pro masks, because I know a lot of people rave about them. We get them a lot in subscription boxes as well, and I think I've got a couple still in my drawer to use. I got this from Latest in Beauty, but yeah, really, I did actually really enjoy that. A product that I used up, but I just could not stand the smell of it. The Christopher Robin, no, not Christopher, I did this last time. Christoph Robin Regenerating Mask with Rare Pickly Pear Seed Oil. So this is what it looks like. We got this, I think, in a late Look Fantastic. The smell of this was just too mature for me. It's so heavily fragranced of like a very mature scent. I mean, as a hair mask, I thought it was okay. I've tried others like the Aussie one. I still love that one. I like the Soul Food one. I can't remember what the brand's called. I know which one I'm talking about. The Soul Food one, I love that one. This one I used up. I could even smell it on my hair afterwards. So if you like this scent, this is perfect because it does linger on your hair afterwards, but I didn't like it. I won't get that again. Next thing we have is this by Murad, and it is the Retinol Youth Renewal Eye Serum. So this was just a little mini, and when I read reviews about this, because I was a little bit nervous about trying it, because I've had experiences with retinol in the past, mainly my fault, but it burnt my skin and I couldn't wear makeup for like 2 weeks, it felt like, because every time I put something on my face it was burning. So I was a little bit nervous because I saw the Retinol Youth Renewal Serum and I was thinking, do I get rid of this or do I try it? But I was like, no, I really love Murad. I absolutely love the serum from them. I think it's one of my favourite serums I've ever tried. It's just so expensive, it's like £70. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this, and I was looking at the reviews of what people were saying and what it claims to do, and it claims to get rid of the like crow's feet that you get here, or smile lands, or I call them smile lands, and I actually noticed the littlest bit of change there. Actually, there was a little bit of change, and people were raving about this in the reviews. I don't know, maybe just because it was it's only a little 5ml, but this still took me a long time. It's an airless pump as well, so you get every last bit of the product out. But I don't know whether I would buy it, because to me, I saw results but just not major results, and like I said, this still took me a while, and I would have still expected to see the results in the time that I used it. I like Murad. If I were to get this in a kit with something, I would definitely use it. It didn't make miracles like the serum did, in my opinion, so I don't think I would get that again. And the last two products are actually makeup products. The first thing we have is the Benefit They're Real. This was just a little mini. So this is a very stubborn mascara. Very stubborn. Because when I take my makeup off at night, this just lingered and lingered. It took me forever to get it off. But also I just found that it wasn't my favourite. Like, I still love the Roller Lash from Benefit. I think it's my favourite one, and I still think it is. I mean, to be fair, my eyelashes are quite short anyway, and I just felt like this made them go like that. I like my lashes to be more volumizing, and this just made them look like that, and I just, you know what I mean, I'm trying to describe it. I just feel like my brain is jumbled. I won't get this again. If I could ever recommend a Benefit mascara, I would definitely recommend the Roller Lash. It's one of my favourites, and I would buy that one over that. And to end on a positive and a high, I have finished this by Ciate, and it's the Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. So this was just a little mini. I loved this product. Loved it. So it had like little black beads. I don't know whether they are beads, but like they look like little black beads, and when you rubbed it in your hands, the beads burst, and when I put it on my face, it was just so hydrating. Like, my skin has not looked dried since using this. I found with some primers, when I do use that primer, then I use a normal foundation that I know works, it can look really dry. This, my skin looks so hydrated. I love it. I will be definitely repurchasing this, and it's a bit more pricey for a primer, but I really do like this, and I would recommend, if you've got dry skin, to try this, because it is amazing. I don't know if they do little minis like this. I got this in an advent calendar last year from Latest in Beauty. Honestly, I love that, so I will definitely be repurchasing that. And that is everything. That is all of my empties for August. I feel like I've sat here and spoke for a while. I feel like I've finished a lot more products this month than I have the past few months, and I'm really happy with that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and it means the world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And I would love to know below your thoughts and opinions on all of the products that I featured in today's video. What products do you like? What products would you recommend me trying? I would love to know below. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.